Hello, my gorgeous Taurus. Welcome back to Fifi and Gigi's tarot readings. I hope you're all feeling absolutely amazing. Taurus, before I begin, my sincerest apologies for not doing your weekly love reading last week. If you went down to the community page and if you scroll down, there was a picture of me in the hospital. I completely busted my back, my lower back, my L5 protruded out, pinching on a nerve. So been in the hospital for a few days with CT scans, MRIs, cortisone injections, nerve pain, all those things, right? And it was pretty tough. And I didn't realize, I sorely underestimated that when you injure your back, that you can't actually walk. So I've always had issues with my back, but that completely, my back said no more. So I'm really sorry last week that I couldn't do your reading, but I'm here, I'm recovering. And I missed reading for you. I missed reading for the boss, the OG of the zodiac signs, Taurus. So I'm so happy to be back. I want to get back into the groove because if I'm not doing tarot, I feel weird, right? It's the only thing I love. It's my passion. So we are going to be focusing on your June love messages. Now, it is already June, of course, right? It is already the 10th. So we are well and truly into June, but I want to scrape a little deeper at the bottom of that barrel for the rest of June. Now, primarily, of course, I am focusing on June. Some of these energies will spill into July, but I want to focus on June as the launch pad. What is it that can come your way? What are the surprises? What requires your attention, your analysis? What can you expect, for example? Anything in regards to your personal romantic love life. Here we go for my beautiful Taurus. Now we have some cards that have just flipped over. Perhaps not. No? All right. Looks like they, yeah. Oh, look what flipped over. Oh, wow. You've got, okay. This is amazing. Why not, huh? The Magician, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Okay. It's going to be, if you're feeling quite emotional here about someone, you're going to get even more emotional. But that's good, in a beautiful emotional way here. The cups, look at that. The cards, just someone wants to see you face to face, possibly to heal a connection here. Oh, this is interesting. This is going to be a juicy reading. I can already tell. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget the star is, that is the card of destiny. So you're destined to be with someone here. Ooh, I'm wondering if it's someone new or someone that you're dealing with now or someone from your past. Let's see. Oh, what's going on, Taurus? Why do we feel so overwhelmed? What's going on? Be honest with yourself, because that is the most stressful and burdensome card in the deck. Some of you are just feeling burnt out. Like, when was the last time, Taurus, honestly, between us, hand on your heart, when was the last time you had an actual proper holiday? Not a fake holiday, a proper holiday. The reason why I'm saying that is because all these wands on your back, they're kind of literally breaking your back, like what happened to me last week. You may have a lot of responsibilities, taking care of perhaps of your parents, children, trying to have a social life, too many projects, multiple jobs here. And on top of that, we have this burden, this little seed at the back of our mind about our romantic love life here. So you're probably feeling a bit overwhelmed. And of course, this is often stress manifested in the body. So if you're getting headaches, neck pain, nerve pain, that's all stress. And some of you just want to drop this. I mean, what I like is that, this is kind of like the end of a cycle. This has no choice but to roll over to an ace, which is a brand new start here. Speaking about aces, see? You've got the Ace of Swords. You are going to get mega clarity here. I absolutely love this card because it shows here that some of you really want a new start. Whether it's with someone you know or someone brand new, you perceive for some reason it's going to be a bit of a challenging start. We may have trust issues with people. Not your fault. Remember that. We all have trust issues, but the road before you very soon, I'm actually even going to be so tight with time. I'm going to say even within the next week, the road before you is going to be very, very clear. This is what happens after the Ten of Swords. So many of you could have actually gone through a very bad, dramatic breakup or divorce. Doesn't matter how long ago. It feels like it happened yesterday. But that is the mother of all conversations here. And you get massive clarity. You've been thinking a lot here. Look at that. We've got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. For the life of you, you've been thinking, trying to see how you ended up here from different angles, different perspectives. You know what I mean? Even a new idea. What if I do this? What if I do that? What if I do online dating? Or what if I wait for a new person and all this? So you're kind of torn between action and just staying here. I mean, you've been more than patient, Taurus. I don't want anyone to tell me that, oh, Taurus is not patient, they're hard-headed. No, you actually are patient. If you do lose your patience, it's because you've reached the end of your tether, you know what I mean? But that is also the card of saying, okay, we thought long enough. There's something that's going to require you to take action. And I feel like there's going to be a very important conversation coming up here. You're going to be so clear. You'll be like, I know whether I want to be with someone new or with this past person, or if you're dealing with someone new now, but the stress is, you're tired. The stress is getting too much here. You're doing a lot. Like, be honest, Taurus, how much are you doing right now? How much is swirling on all the stuff of your to-do list in your mind? Something's going to happen, but you are more than ready. Remember, Taurus, you're one of the strongest star signs, and deep down in your heart, we separate the deck briefly, look into your heart. We have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That is the fastest moving knight. Now, even though things are going to happen very fast for you in terms of someone wants a conversation with you, it doesn't mean that this is not the time for you to be impulsive. In fact, just take your time. Because you've been through a lot. You're still going through quite a lot here. I can see that. We've got messages, changes, offers, and transitions in the next few weeks. But this knight is looking to the past, wielding that sword up. So someone really wants to talk to you. And I see mentally you may make already a very quick decision about them. But in terms of action, let's see. Oh, that is interesting. We've got the most emotional and romantic knight, the Knight of Cups. And they've arrived. They've got the cup right there, if you can see it. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Some of you are due a genuine apology, not just a superficial one. We're talking about a genuine apology with a very deep explanation. That's why do not worry if you fell out with someone or you went your separate ways and it caused a lot of rejection. You weren't feeling good about it. You are going to get so much clarity. You're going to sleep better. Trust me, you're going to drop all these wands. You're getting an apology. That, of course, does signify reunion. It doesn't mean you should have the reunion, but obviously someone wants some type of reunion with you, right? Definitely to ask you out on a date, wine, dine you, look good, smell good for you. I don't know why. They're showing me Los Angeles, so I don't know if the majority of you are from Los Angeles watching this, because they're telling me it's either even like a fast food chain or a burger joint where you used to go out with this person. That's not going to be for everyone, of course. So that was a very specific message there at the moment. But regardless of where this person is or where you are, I see that they're going to ask you out. Let's see. Ooh, Taurus. No wonder you've got that 10 of Wands. If this person did this to you, no wonder. I said that we can't just say sorry. No, they're going to have to explain themselves. They're on their hands and knees. Look at that. Or elbows. The 10 of Swords. And I was speaking about this is what happens. The Ace of Swords is what happens after the 10 of Swords. This is actually known as the most difficult mental card. And if you've survived this, Taurus, you can survive anything. This is about tragic endings, sad loss endings, right? Separation, divorce, where you feel betrayed, you feel cheated by this person, the circumstances that led to this ending. I'm really sorry. This is not easy to go through mentally. I'm almost hearing some of you even self-isolated. That's pretty tough, Taurus. But you're tougher. Always remember that. You are being represented by the bull, the strongest land animal on planet Earth. It takes a lot to bring you down. It doesn't mean that it hurts, but you're tired. I can see that. And I feel like you really need a proper break here. But your person wants to talk about this. They know what they did to you was wrong. Another night. June. Let's even talk about July, because I always talk about June as the platform that launches all this forward. But this may have been an on again or off again connection. They were here today, gone tomorrow. They were hot, they were cold, a little bit wishy-washy with their feelings. But the Knight of Wands now is the second fastest moving knight. So you are getting quite a few knights here, especially with changes. They want to come and save this relationship. The question is, does Taurus want to save this relationship? You've reached the end of your tether. But I see here that you're going to have a period where you're going to think on your own. You're going to have the clarity that you never have. It's like the fog, the mist suddenly disperses. Now you know whether to give this person another chance or not. Yeah, they want to, this is the thing, the Knight of Wands is often Mr. and Mrs. Right, the hero that wants to come and save the day. But then we go to the pre-Empress energy with the 9 of Pentacles, that is Virgo energy. Everything that you have experienced, Taurus, with this person has led you to this moment. This card is the singles card, and you recognize this, that it's better to be alone than in bad company. Now, I'm not saying that you hate this person. I see that you're very hurt by them, right? But you're focusing on other things because you're super independent as well. That's what I love about you. You're ambitious for the right reasons, right? You may be focusing heavily here on your business or expanding, getting, more money, being more resourceful, your studies here. I love this. You're thinking about your platform, your future here. Some of you are thinking, should I actually end up just focusing on that and maybe saying no to this person? I still see that you're going to take action though. We need to clarify these cards. The King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energies, when we actually take action, I see that you are very ambitious. If you're starting, this is a side message, if you're starting anything new or you want to travel, anything exciting, please keep doing it, because the Nine of Pentacles tells me as a reader that the collective watching this, you're on the right track, right? Do not worry about money. I know it's so easy for me to sit here and say it, but the money will be there, the resources, because you're very resourceful, right? But I see you taking action to meet this person in the middle. I want to take out a bonus message for you. Yeah, well, trust obviously has been severed. Nobody likes seeing that Seven of Swords. It doesn't matter what topic we're talking about, Aquarius energy. We know that's a card of deceit, about lying, cheating, stealing. Perhaps this person was also lying to themselves. This is also, believe it or not, when we're in denial, we're lying to ourselves. So I feel like your person could have been lying to themselves. It's like, I'm fine, Taurus is fine, when it's like, no. Or else this card would not have come out, right? Or else, why this? Why the apology? Why they want to talk about this? Why they want to save this? So if your person was dishonest in any way, I do feel that they're going to call themselves out. I always appreciate when people say, listen, I'm sorry, I did this, this, and this. But you don't owe this person anything, though. I see that many of you do not trust full-heartedly this person. Faith has perhaps been lost in this person, which I think is expected, honestly. If they gave you some of the worst challenging tens, yeah, you're not going to receive them with open arms. But some of you are very ambitious for other areas of your life. You want to see new places, new faces, adventure. I don't know why I'm hearing some of you want to meet a cowboy or something like that. Like someone that you would never really go for. And that's what I love about you, is that you're so open-minded. I'm tired of people saying Taurus is stubborn, Taurus is this. I'm like, they just don't understand you. You know what you want from the get-go. That's the thing. I've spent pretty much my entire life studying the personality traits of star signs, and that's why you make excellent romantic partners, business partners here, and you trust. But once you lose trust in someone, that is it. So they're gonna have to work hard for this. Here we go. One more. I'm really sorry that this happened. Like, it's you're not a victim. I don't like using that word, but you were definitely on the receiving end of this person's very, I'm going to say, immature words and actions. Get ready. We've got the Chariot. So this is called Out of Hand. I've actually got the box here so you can see it. It's called the Out of Hand Tarot deck. So it's showing everything from the person's perspective with our hands when we take action. So the Chariot Cancer energy can show that for some of you, maybe there's some geographical distance that won't be for everyone. They keep showing me donuts and hamburgers. I'm not sure why. I don't know if you enjoy or you have a craving. They might want to talk over donuts and shakes and hamburgers. I don't know why. Very specific message there. But so it won't be for everyone. But your person is on their way. The Chariot is basically on their way because they want to win your heart back. They want things to work out. And they're trying to be very in control of their emotions and trying not to appear overly emotional to you. They're doing this. Taurus, I'm wondering if you're going to see this coming, because that Two of Wands, that's an action card. Out of all the twos where it says make a decision, yeah, this is Aries energy. This one's already telling me that your person's at a crossroads, and that's all they have to decide is, am I going to approach Taurus this week or next week? They're stepping into the unknown. They're waving that white flag. They're trying to put their best foot forward. They want a new part. Oh, look at the stark difference. You got to see this, Taurus. Between these tens, nobody likes seeing these tens. What are they returning with? What's their intentions? My favorite 10, the 10 of Cups. We've got the family setting the table, the beautiful rainbow outside, which shows the blessings, Pisces energy. Mark my words, this person wants to be back with you. Ooh, commitment, engagement, marriage. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at this. This is your person's intentions. So when it's underneath, this is what's influencing everything that we don't see. But thanks to the power of tarot, now we know, right? This is my second favorite card in the deck, the Two of Cups, Cancer energy. It's interesting because this does represent 2 months. So June is going to be that month for your person where it launches them into action here. Let's take out one more. or they just want a brand new start with you. We've got the Fool, Aries energy. Look at that. They're preparing themselves. They've got the dog on the leash. They've got everything. They want to go outside, recapture the purity and the innocence of this connection. Brand new beginnings. Holy moly. What a stark difference from these 10s to what this person did to you, how things ended, the pain and the pressure and the stress they put you through versus now. Let's split the deck. What's going on more into your heart? Yeah, see, you've got that 3 of Swords. I've got the same deck right there, if you can see. Libra energy. That's about sorrow, heartbreak. This person did break your heart. I know they did. They were not entirely honest with you. They were very impulsive with their words and their actions. Some of you might have even been cheated on by this person. There definitely couldn't have been a third party. Of course, it could also, if there was a third party, maybe it was distance, family, friends, children that are old enough to start understanding what's going on and they're like kind of against the relationship. I do see that quite a lot. But don't forget, the 3 of Swords is not doom and gloom. Deep down inside, Taurus, give yourself, at least pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some grace, because that's also the card of healing and also forgiveness. So you're doing the work, Taurus. So my hat goes off to you. Let's talk about that Knight of Cups. When your person arrives, look at that. From the first card of the Major Arcana, it is the last card of the Major Arcana. Now, this will impact you directly. Why? Because it has 4 fixed signs. You're a fixed sign, Taurus. So it's got Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus energy. Regardless of geographical location, this person is making the effort. Listen, I appreciate the effort to get closer to you. One, they do want to apologize about how things ended. Both of you have come full circle. I see that you've got your energy is on somewhere else. That's going to make you very, very excited. I don't know why I'm seeing some of you unexpectedly may travel for work or a spur of the moment getaway. You really need it, Taurus, because you're burnt out here. So you really need it. But you see, the world at the same time is your person saying, hey, sorry about this, but can we start a brand new chapter? And if you say yes, well, that rolls over all the way to the Fool again. Oh, that is interesting. They want you to give them another chance. There's actually no other way to read this. Let's talk about that 10. This is something that may be really against your person, though. Let's see. 7 of Swords again, see? I've got someone literally taking a test, but what are they doing? They're copying, right? They're taking notes. Yeah, this person was not honest. Again, it's about lying, cheating, stealing. Even, which is more sad, is that if you're successful, which you always are, Taurus, they may have even been quietly jealous of any success, jealous of your ambition. Even people around them were very jealous of you. It's like, if I can't be Taurus, well, I don't want to see Taurus win. I want them to see them fail. And honestly, I have never seen a Taurus fail. Remember, you are a freaking, you're the OG. I say that every single week. You're the boss of the tarot. So it's not looking good for your person, but I do appreciate their effort. And that's why as soon as I saw the apology, it's not just a superficial one. It's a deep apology here, because this person was never honest. And now that is the mother of all clarity, the mother of all conversations, where now it's like, okay, you're going to know exactly what to say. You're going to know exactly what to feel, what to do. Let's talk about your person's arrival with that Knight of Wands. The Knight of Cups again. Ooh, you're going to be busy. Look at that. So we've got the vet checking basically the heart health of the dog, which is, i.e., the health of this relationship. There's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of changes, a lot of events with this person. They just want you back. I'm going to be very honest with you. They want you back. There's no other way to say this. All those cards show this person's on their way because they want you back. The big smudge against their name, unfortunately, the big X, is that 7 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, where this person, I'm going to be honest with you, not to be rude, but what they did was a failure. In fact, the 10 of Swords is a card where we look at stuff and like, well, that didn't work out. That was a total failure. Not your fault, though. This is your person's impulsivity with their words and their actions. Let's talk about you. Where are you? Let's see. Access denied. Look at that. That speaks volumes. You cannot go past the velvet rope, ruled by Leo energy here. Yeah, I feel like some of you are saying it's better to be alone than in bad company. Although I do feel some of you are thinking, but what if I met someone new as well? Why does it have to be this person? Love should not be this hard. And I totally agree with you. I see this is a card of resistance, right? Your walls are up. Not as bad as the 9 of Wands, because I do see there's some action here on your part. But your person is going to have to go above and beyond to really get your attention. You're not punishing them, you're protecting your energy. This is when we're very protective here of our energy, our home, our space, because you've done the work here and you're still doing the work to heal yourself. So I do feel many of you might actually meet them in the middle or respond, but I see more consideration here. You're being very mature about this. Honestly, Taurus, other people would just scream at this person, swear at them, you know, slam the door behind them, but you're being actually very responsible and mature about this. But I see that you're a little bit resistant to this idea. I mean, look at their intentions are good, but you're not ignoring the damage that they've done to you in the past, though, especially if there was a third party. Let's talk about any actions here, please. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very short-lived reunion. I see you doing, it's interesting when I said like self-isolation, because that's all about the hermit. Self-imposed isolation. The hermit is the wise sage, Virgo energy. So you know a lot better now. You have actually you're actually reapproaching this person, and in general reapproaching anything else in life from a place of wisdom and experience. Now the hermit traditionally is holding that long staff. You've earned that. You have actually earned it. That's why I said these cards are telling me that you're actually on the right path, both in your professional life, with travel, friends, with yourself, but also with this person here. So I see that you are going to perhaps, you may respond to them. I don't really see a face-to-face communication here, but I feel like you're going to retreat. It's like, nope, you're focused on other bigger things. You're meant for bigger things, better things. Let's get a bonus message. I knew it. I absolutely knew it, Taurus. That's why I said you're going to have total clarity, because you got my number one favorite card as a bonus message. You got the Sun, Leo energy. It's not only the happiest card in the deck, it's also the most powerful card. So happiness, powerful. It's also the return of health, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. It's about pure joy, bliss, blessings here. You know exactly what to do. You're finding your own happiness. So I do feel that many of you, now the sock is on the other shoe, you're going to end up rejecting this person. I feel like it's going to fizzle out. They may pursue you. Do not be surprised if they pursue you, not in like a creepy way, but it's like, oh my God, Taurus is actually, they're actually rejecting me. Follow the Sun. Something's going to happen around, this is a bonus message for you, which I just got around Leo season. So let's say late July, early August, around there, something big is going to happen. Some of you may travel to a hot, sunny place, but from now up until even August, you are going to be very, very happy. This is also a massive card of illumination. So it's just like looking at this person's message, or if you decide to see them, or, you hear their voice message, you're like, you know what? I don't think I can forgive you. Because I'm tired of people saying, you have to forgive, set yourself free. Sometimes there are things that we're not ready to forgive. And if you're not ready, Taurus, then you are not ready. Simple as that, right? And I feel here that any reunion or any type of communication will be very short-lived. That's like boss. Remember, you're the boss. Always remember that, right? So I see here that you're focusing on other things. Life is going to get fun for you. And I would not be surprised if many of you actually end up meeting a Leo or someone that just sweeps you off your feet here. Wow. Taurus, you're just going to know. I think some of you already know, and I'm just confirming what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But to have that Seven of Swords twice, the Ten of Swords, we saw the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, that is too much stress, too much pain that this person has imposed upon your shoulders. And that is not fair. Because I know one thing about you, Taurus, is that you're loyal and you've got a really good heart. So if anyone talks bad about Taurus, well, either they're jealous of you or they just don't understand Taurus. But that's their problem, right? But I'm just saying right now, you've come full circle. I think you're going to put a permanent end to this. You're making the right decision. Like that Sun is literally saying, hold my cup, Taurus, because we're going to make sure from now until the end of 2025, we're going to make sure that you find happiness. So I do believe if it's not next week or the other week, I will be doing your 6-month forecast. That's going to be very in-depth. So I can't wait to do that. I thank you for joining me, Taurus. I hope the messages gave you some peace or insight and clarity, but power to you. I think you know exactly what to do. Absolutely. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for also subscribing. And I will see you next Wednesday. We can get back into the routine of your beautiful weekly love reading. Thank you so, so much. But just remember, you're on the right path. Well done. Bye, Taurus.